Ew, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? Guys, our show is back, and they dropped Dragon. Um, my days. I really did not expect them to do this. I expected a classic reach the hand out, stop the ability, and punch. But we got ourselves a Dragon Fiesta, okay? Um, Not only was this not, it's not a surprise to me because if you watch the other series, you would have a good understanding of what these characters were fully capable of from what they've shown in their seasons already. So this is something he's already shown, and me guessing that the arm was going to be able to withstand the attack or withstand the energy Mikasa was giving off was dumb. And I'm glad they did it that way simply because I haven't seen the dragon in quite some time. So to see them all like this going in on one of the other seasons just kind of goes to show people how much is actually popping off within this series as a whole. Not just only the spin-offs, but more or less every character that has their own main continuity of the story is doing some crazy, ridiculous stuff as a whole. So if you're missing out on that, you definitely were probably surprised by a freaking dragon popping out of this boy's arm. Not to mention it popping out, it then regrows his arm back like nothing happened. So I want to give a little shout out to the guy who actually cleared the path for Toma to get there this week because my days did that animation. I'm sorry, I'm using British terms. um, they went so ham on that animation just to prove a point of how ridiculously hype, strong, and broken that guy is that was assisting Toma. Um, I I want a series of just him, chilling at the top of rooftops and then jumping down when he thinks someone has guts, or jumping down because he wants to show off a little bit and he's in the perfect position to do so. I don't care the reason. I just want more of this character. And people already have had their profile pictures as him, and I didn't know who he was. I just knew where he came from, and then come to find out he is an amazing character, or at least a really strong and hype one to watch. So, I mean, people might not like his actual character traits and his personality, but you can't lie that his abilities and his overall way of fighting this week was so dope. Not only dope, but the way he knows that somebody has potential and he's kind of just willing to stand down in the case of doing his smother attack and self-destruct. This man straight up turned into a Dragon Ball Z final boss. You know what? I'll just take her out with me. I'm gonna self-destruct and take her out. Like, no, bro. Can we figure out something else where you live? Like, come on. And then of course Toma does it. But the path he sets for Toma absolutely sick. And then Toma actually getting his arm blown off because the attack's just way too strong for him to just use his hand and imagine break it. Um, which is interesting about Toma the character. If you haven't seen Index, a certain magical index, definitely go check it out because there's something else he's done recently, I believe, outside of Dragon. So it's not even the dragons that I was really also expecting. Like I said, I expected more of just his hand to do more of the work and not be actually removed. So awesome, awesome way to bring and quote that in there just to like make sure people know. Make sure people know, even though she's back to her normal self and we saw him like putting his fist up to her forehead and stuff like that. There is someone out there much, much stronger than her. And there was someone else that was kind of shown that I believe is much, much stronger than her as well, an Accelerator, who I really do hope he plays a role in her show and gets to show off his back like wings or whatever. I'm guessing they're gonna show those compared to his newer ones in the series. So sorry for spoiling you there, but Accelerator is my guy. Um, so that's also a very big possibility just by what they're giving us in this week's episode. Just opens the floodgate of questions from me on where the heck does all this go? Where are they going to stop and where did they come from? Where did they go? I'm sorry. Um, Not only is this show like something I wasn't even keeping up with from start to finish, someone of my anime people told me it was popping off at a certain point. That person being Nick, Victory Battles. Um, I appreciate you always being the person to make sure I know what's going on in the community if I'm not keeping up with it, because you guys see what I do on this channel. Every day I put out something and I just like to keep up with things I'm passionate about. I had to go and watch all these episodes, catch up, and see if I could be passionate about it. But just because he told me, I was capable of doing so. So I really do appreciate my anime people tremendously. You guys are truly the reason why I get to make this amazing uh, videos in the case of just talking and having discussions to see what you guys are feeling as well. If you feel the same, if you saw something different, I love that stuff. I live for that stuff. So thank you for letting me be able to even do that. I truly, truly think Mikasa is going to have some more crazy adventures to deal with in this rest of the season. Seeing her have a little bit of a relaxed time at the end of this all, after how many episodes we've been through before this is actually stopping, right? Like she's finally getting a little bit of a break, and she's finally getting to see a little bit more of the light of all these people she's met and all these friends she's made, to just know that they'll all do anything for her at a drop of a hat is another amazing part of the character progression for a lot of them, because even during all this she really did not want to ask for help, but when she did ask for help, she knew she was all of the people she was asking for had her back. So an amazing, amazing showing, and this kind of gives you more of a reason why, even if there's something going on in the background in the world, the real world, sometimes it's good and it's bad, because this animation was absolutely polished and beautiful. It was beautifully done. And I feel like a lot of people are taking this opportunity to make every and anything they can as amazing as they can. And we've seen this in this show, for example. So amazing, amazing stuff. I truly hope you guys are having an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be when you're watching this. Um, Definitely go check out the other ones. And like I was saying, like 2 episodes, 3 episodes ago, this is not the end. Like, this is not the end all be all. And with the person who can control minds pretty much wiping everybody's memory of what happened and what occurred, just goes to show you how ridiculously dangerous she still can be. How many people don't know much about her overall brain in a cage, you know? So that's always a plot. Not to mention, I think she wiped the mind of even the police officers that got tipped off to pick up the girl in the sewers, hence why she was the first one to find her and had that information about where she was by going to the girl who can teleport, right? So she did like a whole entire city of wiping, besides the people who I think are pretty strong enough to cancel it, aka our a guy with the hand. He can just touch his head and it goes away, right? So not everybody has that ability, which is another awesome reason why he's just kind of like, I came to help you, and I don't regret it. None of them really regret helping, and that just goes to show you who remembers helping her, because a lot of other people have memories of her just going to the bathroom and not coming out for like a day or two. That's pretty much what she changed their mind to remember. So keep that in mind the next time these girls meet with each other, and I'm pretty sure they'll have some interesting things to say to each other. But with all that being said, everybody, I am your boy, the Anime G, and I have to go to work here soon, so I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening. I hope something comes out sooner than later, so I always have something to talk to you guys about. But regardless of stuff coming out, I already had an idea in mind for a video to drop, and then I come to find out this show actually came out. So saved by the show, and I do have some content, even regardless of everything going on, I can drop for you guys. So stay tuned for that, and I hope you guys have an awesome one. Take care and peace. The dragons, though, man, the dragons.